Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Please come in. Welcome, welcome. I realize this light is not that bright. Oh dear. Hello. I need to be able to see the screen. Thank you very much. How is everybody doing today? I hope we're doing well. Please come in. Okay, I gotta admit, sorry guys, I did not stream on Friday like I intended to because mental health is a struggle. Yeah, I really wish I could do better sometimes, but hey, what can you do? So, if you notice the title, I got some. Oh my, hello. At this point, do I even need this anymore? I might as well just get the flashlight on me. You'll be able to see me better than this, right? Like, yeah, might as well. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting time. I still don't know where my ring light is, so that's fun. Uh, but yeah, sorry for not streaming Friday. Mental health stuff really be getting me down. As you'll see, we are back down to 45. It's fine. You know, not made for everyone. That's okay. But anyway, ooh, let me. Hello. Is everything working a-okay here? Gosh. I had everything set up before, and now that I'm actually streaming, it's not going well. Hello. There we go. Gosh darn it. Why do you do this to me? Why must you patronize me so? There we go. Okay. So you'll see from if you follow me, you'll see on my go live notifications that I did actually post what we were going to do today. Uh but for those of you who don't know, hi, I'm Kai. Welcome. We are actually going to be playing some games that I found off of my Steam library just because I kind of forget that I have a bunch of other games that I'm just not playing. They are all entirely free. So if you see something you like here, why not go and check it out? Maybe a little old. So this is Hexaquest, the first game we're playing. Hexaquest, it's like a dice almost roguelike game, but also, you'll notice, category, we're gonna be playing Limbus Company, depending on how long this Hexaquest demo is gonna take. Now I don't know how long it's gonna be. Personally, I think I got a notification. No, I did not. I'm going insane. I don't know how long this Hexaquest demo is going to be. So, after that, we'll be playing Limbus Company. Limbus Company is going to be a little bit more for the mature audience. So, consider this a warning now. Anyway, let's see how this goes. I will say this a lot more. Like, if I want to click back on this something, I genuinely can't. This looks really cool. I thought there'd be music, but let's click. Okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to move. WASD. Today you've made your biggest roll yet. It was about. Okay, I'm gonna put the music on again. If the game will let me leave. Okay. Wi-Fi loves to be fucky. Love that for me. Okay. It was. Oh my. It was by the god's hands, as usual. But this particular roll has sent you far beyond the bounds of the tabletop you call home. Okay, I forgot what this is about for a moment, so I was like, what's happening? Okay, we are a dice that was part of a tabletop playing game. The gods, obviously, us, the players. Yeah, playing a roleplay, a dice tabletop game, and this is the lone dice that fell off the table. So we're gonna find out what happens to this dice. And this role did not feel motivated by the usual love the gods have shown you as their champion. Oh. In this dark, unfamiliar space, you have awaited the gods' return. But there is no movement, no life, aside from the shifting dust in the air. You, Hex, have been discarded. Oh, no. Okay, so it's WASD to move. In this bleh, in this starkly unfamiliar place, you recognize a familiar symbol on the ground. A checkpoint. Press R to reset and return to your last checkpoint at any time. X after resetting to edit your inventory. So R to reset, X to edit. Let's just keep going. Woo! Okay, so... Huh. Okay. So, best to avoid them until I can figure out... Okay. Alright. I don't want to move yet until I know this attack pattern. Okay. Okay. I have to figure out a good way of, like, going about this. I can't walk directly into it, because that would be dumb. I need background music, because if I try to focus, actually, my brain is not gonna do well. Hex. Woo! Gosh darn it, another one? There's two this time. Oh, there's a bunch. Oh, and I can't go anywhere until I see... interesting. So I'm gonna have to go this way, I think. How am I gonna get past this? Because I do have to go around this first one. And I do think those blocks off to the side are actually going to fall if I stay on too long. And then I have to go up to this other one. Okay. Yeah, time. Yeah, there it is. Damn. Also, kind of struggling with the WASD keys today. But I see what to do. Partially. It makes a move every time I make a move. I've done this before. I can't say I will be able to do this again. So it moves every time I move. So good to know that. But it does the same. Yeah. So if I move left to right, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. The next move, they'll go up. They'll stay there. For next one, down. Stay there. Okay. Okay. They'll do the same thing. I keep thinking that I'm getting a notification, and then I'm like, it's just Webtoon reminding me that, hey, if I wanted to read other stuff, I can. Okay, moving in the same thing. Okay, and I'm out. At least I think I am. What just happened? Let the music play. Okay, I'm in a new area. You see a jack of clubs further down the road, rifling through the rubble. Good fellow. Oh, what are you? You? Ha! A champion of the tabletop. Why might you be here? Had a graceless tumble from the lap of the gods, did you? Ha! What a farce. Oh my god, we are adorable! I just need to get back to the tabletop. So, what, one? Can I not click on things? Oh, okay. Ah! Aha! Oh, that's sweet. You're quite sweet. Unfortunately for you, my six-faced friend, you're as far as you could be from your... Oh my god, have you guys not been seeing it this whole time? I'm a dumbass. I'm an actual dumbass. It's okay, Guys, I've played through the first two. Well, at least the first level, so you got that much. Fucking hell, man, I need to be able to see shit more. I need to find my lights. It's fine. Unfortunately for you, my six-faced friend, you're as far as you could possibly be from the comforts of your tabletop. I'm so sorry. This here is Domino Den, a truly forgotten place. The gods above must truly despise you if they sent you here. Ha! Brutal! Okay, I'm gonna do a reset. Or at least... Can I not go anywhere? I can. I want to be able to talk to him a little more. E to interact. Oh, what is it, my champion? Do I obstruct your fated path? Have I neglected to fold before you and kneel? What were you doing in the Rebel? Nothing of note. I'm merely here out of curiosity. There's much to be found in these ruins. But are these relics yours to take? I am merely appreciating that of which has been left unappreciated. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. You didn't even see the first bit. You just see me talking out of my ass here. It's fine. The former owners of these goods have long since succumbed to the dust. Oof. No doubt you'll soon be acquainted well enough with such a fate. Haha. Okay, so he's not gonna let me pass through, so I do actually have to go exploring this way. I'd love to know what's this way. Okay, okay, that's the domino. I'm not gonna do well because I don't have anything. Okay. There. Ah! Okay, I was damn close to figuring that out. I'm not gonna lie. I am proud of myself for that. WASD to move. Ooh, no. Why, I gotta go down now? Oh, okay. Nice. Thank you. Okay. I'm just navigating my way through this. Damn it! Okay! Okay! We're figuring this out. Okay, so we figured out that they move with every 2. The dominoes flip-flop, so that's good to know. Okay, and I gotta redo this music. Okay, we're figuring some things out. Damn. I should have moved back. I should have moved backwards. That would have been smarter. Here's where I become an idiot. Yeah, no, I was an idiot. I was an idiot. I was an idiot. I'm idiot. Okay. They move with every second. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Up, down, up, up. Oh, I see what to do. Yeah. I'm not gonna survive that. Okay. Woo! Oh, that. Oh, cool. They're all cut. Okay, so this is. Okay. I guess. I guess here. 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 Yeah, I guess that's the best I can do. I've got cut on at least 3. So I guess. Ah, okay. So as long as I have the cut facing upwards, or at least facing the path that I'm gonna go, I can cut things. You see a challenge. How do I say this word? Obelisk? Obelisk. Emanating with glorious memories of the tabletop. Stand E while standing next. Press E while standing next to a challenge obelisk to recall its memory. E. Oh, I can actually cut things now. Oh, this is helpful. Fuck me. So I can cut things. But I can't, so I can cut the little swirly doodads, but I cannot cut the... I can't cut the dominoes? Okay, so it dies. Okay. Yeah. I am actually doing really badly at this. Which is so not surprising. Oh. Okay. I'm still figuring out combat here. I need to be directly next to it and about to on the cut. Okay. Yeah. Convenient. Ah, okay. We're figuring it out. If I just don't do anything stupid. Imagine this is it. So we're just not playing Limbus Company today. No, I will. Depending on how long it's gonna take me to do this game. Oh my god. Just reminder, this is still a demo for Hexaquest. If you like what you see, I'm definitely gonna put it in the link of this of the VOD. So if this is something that you'd be into, um, the link is there. Ah, the next rules. Okay, very smart about which direction I'm like. Yeah. I have to be smart, as in, I actually have to brain. Like, my brain needs to brain for me. And if that's not happening... Ah. I was so close, and yet so far. Okay, WASD to move. I need to be directly next to it on a cut thing. Otherwise, it does that. Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb of me. Guys. Getting a little bit better at remembering where I'm putting these cuts. Yeah. Yeah, I need to... Yeah, I got a brain. And my brain's just not braining. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm like not doing great. Yeah. I already need to be on the sword. Right? Like that. Right? Like that. I need to be on the sword already. I also need to make sure I just don't die immediately. Um, I barely have done anything, and y'all didn't even get to see the first part. I was so smart. Unfortunately, I'm being really dumb right now. Right? Like that. Right? It needs to already... I feel like I sound incredibly insane right now, but I also am like, guys, I'm being a big dumb. I'm being very big dumb. My brain's just not braining. What I don't particularly enjoy about this one, it's quiet. I need something here. Just give me a little something else to chew on. Right? And the second thing is, like, if I'm in the game, I cannot really click outside of it. Which I don't mind, but like also, hey, this is not what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, see. A lot of this just comes to, hey, I'm not using up my brain. I'm just not doing all that well right now. Ooh. Right there. There. And I don't need to kill off everything. Right? See, there we go. Oh, I thought there was more. No. E. Oh, I've been clicking R and not E. That's why I had to redo this level. I mean, at least now I'm getting the hang of this. E, Kai. You need to press E and not R. E. My god. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now there's sun. Oh, thank the Lord! Okay, so then now what? No, I've done the thing. Was I supposed to, like, destroy everything? Not entirely clear what I'm meant to be doing. Yeah, I'm like... So... What do you need me to do? Well... Yeah, like, this is a cute game. No, don't get me wrong. This is a very cute game. I like the idea. Demo so far is pretty fun. But I'm like, also, what am I meant to be doing now? Wait, up, up. Okay, so now what? Do I have to go back? Leads me back to where I was. Okay. Ah! Okay. So I need to go this way now, I guess. I'm not going this way. Hmm. Okay, cool. I am on a bridge. Nice. Okay, that's not gonna lead me anywhere, but this way... Oof. So we do have at least some semblance of combat. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I do have... Okay. I need to get past them. I've wasted my opportunities to get across. I needed to die. Okay, okay. Well, it, interesting game so far. To be honest, kind of getting bored. And I'm sure you guys probably are too. So, I think we've seen what generally what Hexaquest is about. excited to see where this game goes. I'm gonna try to do this one last time. If I don't get it this time, tis fine. I just means I suck and I don't know how to use WASD that well. Okay. Hmm. So okay, so that's Hexaquest. It's a really cute game. Top stuff. This just talks about a dice that you possibly lost in that, you know, in a tabletop game of sorts, and it should be, it's a thing. It's a thing. This is a long screen, my boys. Oh my, I actually need to be able to see if I can get that all the way up. Okay. Oh, that sounds intense. Here I go. Shwoobity doo. This is intriguing. So this, we're moving on, because I'm not gonna lie, when I saw, like, the trailer stuff and, like, the general vibe of Hexaquest, I thought it was cute. Kinda got really bored afterwards, but I think it's just because I got no skills. So, yeah, I don't got the skills to pay the bills, so, oops, sorry. And we're just gonna, okay, so this game is rather long, rather than tall and wide, and that, it's wide, rather than tall. Okay, I just wanted to check something. So, this is Limbus Company. Oh, that's not what I intended to do. So it says, face the sins, save the EGO, just Eagle. I have no idea what this is, honestly. I'm very clueless. I saw this today as I was going through Steam, and I'm like, this looks awesome. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna play it. So, touch to start. We'll see. I gotta sign in with Steam. I agree. I agree. Confirm. Can I touch to start? I have Wi-Fi. Okay. So, the city and the nest. Number 1. We understand the unique situation you find yourself in, Executive Manager. Okay. Allow us to lay down a number of key facts about our world here. In case you become unfamiliar with your surroundings, we live in a massive city divided into 26 districts. Each district has a central area called the Nest, whose inhabitants are under the protection of a corporate entity overseeing the district, much like a bird brooding over its eggs. Alas, the corporation's protection doesn't extend beyond the nest's boundaries. The dwellers of the backstreets have to fend for themselves. 2. The wings. This term does not refer to a bird's bodily structure. However, one can't deny that a wing's role resembles that of a bird caring for its nest. The wings are a collective term that we use to refer to the 26 biggest conglomerates in the city. These wings contribute to the quality of life in the city via astounding technological feats known as singularities. Under the jurisdiction of a wing, the citizens of each nest enjoy comfortable and safe lives. However, that changes the moment a wing is snapped or plucked of its feathers. Historically, the fall of a wing has accompanied events of considerable magnitude. In time, a new wing will rise to fill that vacant spot. Vacant. Oh my god. I'm gonna move on. In the meantime, though, no one can guarantee your safety in its fallen nests. Lobotomy Corporation? Okay. A former ring. Bleh. I can't read. A former wing that was located in L. Lobotomy Corporation, or L Corp, LC for short, was an energy company that produced an ample supply of power for the city. The corporation has fallen since the White Nights and Dark Days incident. On the spot of L's wing remains unclaimed to this day. Because of the former L Corp's electrical grids had encompassed the city, its branches were built in various places. Though these branch facilities have all fallen to ruin with the collapse of the wing, you should be able to find valuable goods, along with, possibly, the most dangerous beings you'll face. Oh dear, I'm nervous now. Why did I think this was a good game? Why did I think I'd be able to do this? I don't got the skills, man. Or try. Don't you love when you try to read and your body just says, no, you can't read today? Here we go. Okay. The Golden Bows. Within the depths of these facilities lie the Golden Bows, the essence of the Lobotomy Corporation's energy production technology, or what's left of it. Its appearance is exactly as the name suggests, a tree branch radiating a golden glow. Your objective as executive manager is to obtain the Golden Bows. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I don't know for sure. Of course, any denizen of the city would be attracted by the promise of infinite possibilities these items possess. The task of retrieval will not be as easy as grabbing goods from a convenience store. We implore you to collect all the golden bows with prudent decision-making. Oh dear. Abnormalities. Lobotomy Corporation used to produce energy-using creatures they dubbed abnormalities. As the term suggests, these peculiar entities range from unfathomably bizarre and terrifying creatures to outwardly unremarkable beings capable of causing potentially catastrophic events as a result of incorrect management procedures. What the hell is this? Okay. After the wing's unexpected and swift collapse, most of the branches were subject to a burial protocol, trapping those creatures underground alongside the likely oblivious employees. By now, the employees have most likely passed away, but the abnormalities don't succumb as easily. You can expect them to still prowl the ruins of these sealed facilities. EGO. The Lobotomy Corporation was said to also have possessed technology allowing them to extract weapons and armor from the abnormalities. It is speculated to be created using technology that manifests their inner sides to material form, but unfortunately, we are unable to recover any means to replicate it. Relevant departments predict that your sinners will be able to manifest EGO of their own depending on their course of action. In addition, they expect EGO from abnormalities to be available via emotional attachment. I get, and explaining like the general. Okay, so this is just explaining general lore and I guess power systems? I'm still very confused about what's happening, y'all. Enkephalin? This refers to the form of energy Lobotomy Corporation produced. While commonly known as a source of energy, this is not the only use for it. Of course not. Okay. This green substance, which normally exists in liquid form, is known to induce a considerable sense of relaxation. Oh dear. Now I'm even more worried. Great. The former L Corp administered appropriate doses of enkephalin to its employees, suffering under great amounts of stress for increased work efficiency. Of course they did. Fucking course they did. However, overdose or exposure to unrefined forms of the substance, well, let's just say it didn't seem to end well. Of course, they have a substance that's supposed to help out with work, and reality just makes you worse. I bet you I'm betting you guys now that this thing actually is what causes you to somehow mutate into the abnormalities, as they say. Okay, fixers. Fixers are the all around handy men of the city, handling their clients' various cases and incidents. One doesn't simply become a fixer by declaring to be one. In order to acquire a fixer license officially, one must rap on the door of an office authorized by the associations or visit one of the associations in person. Furthermore, the license is only the beginning. To rise through the ranks and earn higher grades, they must prove themselves through trackable performance. Of course, some are uninterested in career advancement altogether. While the fixers exist to solve the city's problem, it's no secret that these fixers can be sources of problems themselves. Oh dear. Okay, how much lore do I have to read here? It's a lot of stuff that you're just telling me, and I gotta throw at the wall and somehow remember, and I'm not gonna remember jack shit, man. I'm just saying. Anyway, the associations and offices. Mm. The associations are major organizations that supervise and manage fixers, and the HANA Association is at the center of all fixer-related affairs. Cases occurring in the city are handled over to the associations according to their specialties. They then distribute those cases to the fixers that are deemed to be best suitable for the job. An office is similar to an association in that it's an organized group of fixers, but it's usually far smaller in scale. Some offices are directly affiliated with an association that issues tasks to them, while others seek clients and requests on their own. As some aptly put it, there are as many offices as there are fixers. A great number of offices exist in the city, seeing constant wave of new entries as well as those sucked up by metaphorical riptides. Okay, so there's only 9 bits of information. Okay, guys, not gonna lie, I got nothing. All I can really know is that we are gonna be going underground. We're gonna be going to this lobotomy corporation, possibly. This is lore. This is what's happening. Okay, so number four, the golden bows. That's what we're trying to achieve. All right. Abnormalities. I'm assuming it's like enemy types that we're gonna have to be facing. So that's gonna be fun. EGO, I assume, is like, here's your special move type thing. And you can gain more stuff happening as it goes on. I did not expect this to be so long in like doing this. Literally, guys, I just downloaded this morning. Entirely free. Here, I guess it's more lore dumping. Here, okay, if we ever, like, need some help with something, or we need to deal with something, these are the people we know of. And then here's just, like, the general idea of, like, hey, you want to find a fixer? Do this. Okay. So, not too bad. I think I did grasp some information. Not a whole lot, but it's some. It's some. Okay, so these are the fixers, right? Do you kind of love the art style of this? I'm not gonna lie. I want to turn off the light from my phone because it's not fun to like look down and just see, oof, light. It's decent or nah. It really is. Just this one might be the best. And yet, still not good enough. Yeah, so every time I'm like, I try to look down and I'm like, oh my god, there's just bright ass light in my face, and then I remember why it's there, and I'm like, oh, I did this to myself. Oh. I assume this is decent enough. Okay, I just needed to, like, adjust this. Okay. So, what do you guys generally think? What are we gonna expect here? Because Limbus Company was generally just kind of very ambiguous. I saw the art style and thought, oh, that looks cool. Damn, I'm gonna have to do my flashlight trick, aren't I? Hello. No, I'm kidding. So, this looks really cool. I like the art style. I'm just beginning here as this is downloading because I did not know that I needed to have this downloaded update already. Also, I did not know I needed to sign into Steam. But hey, free game that looks really cool. Kind of have no idea what to expect, but like, this is something, right? It's a lot of like lore dumping right at the beginning, but then I look at like what it's saying downloading update and it's taking a long ass time and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I have enough time to read all of this and yet still be sitting here waiting. The general thing, what? All the things you could have named your company, you went with lobotomy corporations. Like, what? And then you say that you came up with, okay, let's go back. You come up with this substance that apparently is commonly known as a source of energy, but it's also known to induce a sense of relaxation. You made a drug that then use it on your workers so they can increase their work efficiency. But then be like, yeah, so you can't overdose on this thing because, you know, you might die, or hey, here's a thought. If you have too much, maybe you'll become one of the enemies. This abnormalities or whatever the fuck this is. Like, you're essentially giving this general story on a platter because I feel like it's gonna be like a really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's gonna be a kind of a predictable storyline here. Face the fear, build a future. Why? Out of all the things you could have gone with, I, mm-mm. Yeah, so this feels like it's gonna be a very predictable, like, story plot. I think I'm only really gonna be here for possibly the art style. But apparently this is a mature game meant for mature audiences. So imagine, you know, we're gonna see some gore here. Maybe body horror or something like that with the like abnormalities, but I don't know. I like the music, as tiring as it is to keep hearing this over and over and just kind of sitting here waiting. It's good. It's a lot. I love hearing the strings in my head and just be like, oh, hello. I assume personally we're gonna be one of the fixers, okay? We're gonna be a decent human being and we're gonna be like, hey, we gonna help out, we're gonna do our jobs, and we're gonna, I don't know, words, but like, it's a lot of like weird stuff happening that you gave me at the top of the, like, right here at the beginning as we wait, but like, this is like an insanely powerful thing. It's like giving a Hunger Games, but like, Hunger Games mixed with a little bit of Poppy Playtime. If you know the lore of Poppy Playtime, you know that, like, hey, we're not great people, but we're going to be doing something that a lot of people like. And like, hey, maybe you shouldn't trust us because we're kind of actual jerks. We will be experimenting on people to see, hey, we got a crazy idea. Like, bro, I think it's gonna work out. And then, oh no, something happened. Oh dear, the monsters we created are now, I don't know. I assumed like the monsters we created kind of overtook everything, and now, oh dear, like a White Knight's Dark Days thing. It's like, oh no, we're forced to close down this whole corporation, but we have this thing that everybody seems to want because that thing's gonna happen, like the golden bows thing that they just showed. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting concept. I'm into it. Again, it's taking a long ass time. It was going like bada bing, bada boom, we're going. Now I'm like, maybe it's just I assume it's going faster than it actually is. I don't know. But yeah, it's a cool game. I might move this down a little bit just so you guys can see a little more. I moved myself down a little bit just so you guys can see more of what I'm seeing. Yeah. It's a cool premise, cool art style, but like also, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be able to immediately guess a lot of like story beats in this, which is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Sometimes you can watch something extremely predictable and just be like, I still love it anyway. A good example of this now is actually like Agatha All Along. If you guys are watching Agatha All Along, please share some love with me. I love Agatha All Along. I love gay witches. I was always into the witch thing, cause like, guys, huge Halloween fan, but I'm also like a huge Christmas fan. So like, if you know, you know. Nightmare Before Christmas is like top 3 favorite movie. My all-time favorite movie is Corpse Bride. But like, I love a lot of like the dark and macabre stuff. So I'm like, here, Marvel is willing to go with this, and I'm like, I remember seeing a lot of like the Funko leaks, especially. I know people were upset about that, but like, to be honest, because of the fact that there's so many people who were such a big fan of the Marvel comics, right? You already knew what the storyline was gonna be, and you did share it well before the the first episode ever came out. So like, you kind of knew what to expect, and I'm like, I think I was like from the beginning. I was like, okay, the whole point of Agatha All Along is like they're going on the witch's road, and they're apparently the road is gonna give you what you want most, and I'm like, no. The road is not going to give you what you want. I believe that the road is going to give you what it thinks you need. And thus really solidifying the bonds of your coven should you all manage to stay alive to the end. It really just shows like the whole show of like sisterhood and all that stuff. Like if you are compassionate and willing to care for the other people in your coven, you will all find a way to move on with as many of you as possible. But I don't know. Like the whole like reveal of Billy and the whole reveal of like who Rio actually is. I was like, even without the Funko leaks, I feel like people still could have predicted that anyway, and a lot of us were like, oh, maybe Marvel's gonna try to do something different and special. It's like, considering how much, like, let's think about this in terms of like a Hollywood business setting. You want to have a predictable story without doing as many twists and turns, because in case you do like a big twist and it doesn't land well with audiences, like that, you've just lost so much money and so much stuff by doing such a big swing. By doing something that's safe, that you know people already liked because you saw it in a different medium, then okay, yeah, that's fine. And a lot of people were like, oh, this is a story beat. I want to know more about what's going to happen here. Okay, let's explore that a little more while doing something that's like, here it is. Here you go. Here's exactly what's happening. I don't mind when things get leaked, personally. I don't really care for a lot of spoilers. Sometimes I'm like, hey, guys, I'd like to be able to find out some things by myself. Like, I know it's Wednesday, the new Agatha episodes are coming out, and I don't want to see anything until I watch it, because I do genuinely care about this as much. But, like, post what you want to post online. Just don't. If people don't want to see spoilers, put the warning, right? Like, don't just say something outright and then ruin it for everybody else. That's all I'm asking, y'all. But yeah, it's like, it's okay if a story is predictable as long as the twist that you are like expecting it to be. If it's well written, nobody's going to care that it was kind of a predictable twist, right? I feel like like a lot of people are like, oh, everything's so predictable nowadays. And I'm like, yeah, because now we as people kinda, like, a lot of the things that are being like written nowadays are just kind of the same. So like it's fine. If you can invest your audience enough to be able to be like, we're gonna theorize, we gotta guess what the next thing is, and like, hey, you can surprise them along the way while still doing obvious twists, because twists, like, if it's well written, nobody's gonna care that the twist was like really obvious. I feel like that's a general thing. Like, if it's a predictable twist that like wasn't exciting and just kind of being like, oh, here you go. Kind of like if you do a jump scare but it's not that well deserved. Like, it's just there for the sake of being there. Then of course nobody's gonna care, nobody's gonna like it. But you build up enough suspense, you build up enough of these puzzle pieces that, hey, people feel really good about themselves when they're able to predict this thing that was gonna happen, you know? Like, there's still some mystery and intrigue there, but it's obvious enough for like the people who are like hardcore finders to figure it out, and like, hey, they can still be pleasantly surprised too, even if it was obvious, right? It's like, it's something like that. Like, give things enough care so that when you build up, like, give things enough care and that build up, so that when you reach that twist, the climax, whatever it is, it feels deserved for your audience. That's what I feel like people should be focusing on. Like, yes, it was unfortunate that we saw a lot of spoilers. It was unfortunate the leaks happened, and like, sorry. But don't you feel so smart, or like you feel something to be like, oh my god, I figured that out. Even without the leaks or the spoilers, like, I don't know, a lot of people want something to hate. I will say this, I spent 2 hours this morning watching a Swoop documentary on the Blake Lively downfall for the whole It Ends With Us thing. And I'm like, personally, I don't think I've ever really cared for Blake Lively or her acting, but like, I know of the stuff she's in. I was not a Gossip Girl like fan. Okay, I remember when it was coming out, but like, I did not care enough to start watching it. If you like it, great, good for you, but it was just not my thing at the time. Unfortunately, I was a Glee. Yeah, no, problematic stuff happens all the time. But yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. Some stories were coming out about that, and I'm like, you know, good for you. Go off on your success. But I'm like, I barely remember like a lot of the stuff that Blake Lively's in. I knew she was in Age of Adeline because I saw the trailers, and to be honest, I was intrigued by it, but not intrigued enough that I was gonna go watch it. I was intrigued by A Simple Favor, mostly because I like Anna Kendrick, and it seems like a good role for her, you know? I'm like, oh, it's different enough from Pitch Perfect, but it still feels like, oh yeah, that's believable. Uh, yeah, I don't really, off the top of my head, I cannot tell you majority of the projects that Blake Lively has done, which is kind of sad. I just know her from like Met Gala, like fashion stuff, which isn't great considering the fact that like she's supposed to be like this actress. But you know, yeah, the whole "it ends with us" thing, it's rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. Um, I think Swoop did a really great job, really trying to, with the information that she could find available just online, entirely free. We will never know personally what's happening there. But like, think I think, you know, you gotta play devil's advocate because it's like, hey, if someone wanted to approach you and say like, hey, the "it ends with us" especially story like really touched my heart, and they wanted to share their experience, just be like, great, I'm so happy that the movie really spoke to you, and it's okay to want to share your stories with people. It's okay to establish boundaries if you don't want, you know, to talk to somebody like that. But like, I don't know. Apparently, like Blake Lively's been given Mean Girl energy for the longest time ever. But also, if we look across a lot of her like roles, she plays the same person in all of them. Like there is no variation. And then you find out, oh, she can't just act, she has to be a producer as well. She has to have some sort of creative control in whatever she's acting in, because she cannot bring herself out of whatever role she's doing. Like if she's doing something, she cannot morph herself to become what the character is. She needs to be like, okay, here's what I know, so I'm gonna bring myself to this role and turn this role more into like something for me, rather than, hey, this character was created with so much love and care from screenwriters and directors and like all these other people. Like, take yourself out of it. Genuinely, you could have just gotten anybody else but you, and they still could have done like practically the same thing. If you cannot, yeah, the general thing is like, you're kind of admitting as an actor you cannot actually act. I don't mean to be controversial, but I'm like, if you as an actor are saying, oh, I need to be able to have some sort of control over what's happening, otherwise I can't act in something. Like, you can't just give me a random wardrobe, or all this like random wardrobe, random makeup, or all this other stuff and expect me to become this character. I can't do that. I need to have control of that. And that's fine. You can work with the other people in whatever it is you're doing to kind of, you know, make this character. But the fact that you cannot bring yourself, like, you can't take your ego out of the equation and just be like, okay, let me think about what this character is. How can I find a way to bring out this character in me? Like, let me not think about who I am, what I'm doing. Let me, like, out of body experience almost, right? How can I bring this character to life? And can I work with the other people to just be like, okay, this is what you're asking me to do. Here's my comfort level. Or like, here's what I want to do. Let's try to find a way to make this work together. You know? Like, the general being that you cannot act unless you are a producer in the thing you're doing. I don't know. It's a weird way of doing about it because you have plenty of other actors that can do that can act without being a producer and still find a way to make the role so unique to them and their lived experiences without, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I I don't. This coming from somebody who desperately wanted to do theater, never quite got the chance to, but I'm like, if I am gonna be like acting or doing anything like that, I'm gonna take my personal self out of the equation. I do not exist. I'm gonna focus on this character and what is best for trying to make this vision come to life as best as I can. I can only bring what I know, but I can work with other people to just be like, okay, are we sure that this is what this character would want? Are we sure about these decisions? Like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, okay, yeah, you can see it happening. It's like, you know? Also, like, a lot of weird, fucky stuff happened where it ends with us drama, and in general, not even just that, it ends with us, just all of the weird stuff that Blake Lively has done in the past, up until it ends with us when more and more things just be like, okay, she's always been like kind of suspicious, and honestly, the nepo baby of it all is not helping her out. It's like, okay, take out the whole nepo baby thing, and what does she really have to generally offer? And I'm like, she's pretty. She she can dress really well for the Met Gala. Apparently, like, the whole Lily Bloom wardrobe thing was her idea. It's a lot of her clothes. And I'm like, huh? You chose to wear that. And also, you really wanted all these other things. And I'm like, in the context of the story that you were trying to tell here, what you're doing for this character kind of makes no sense. I don't know. Yeah, it's really weird. But I enjoyed the Swoop documentary. I like Swoop a lot. I love seeing. I enjoy sitting down and just watching her documentaries. Not always, because I only really watch whatever I find interesting. So I'm like, I don't watch a whole lot, but like, I like watching her stuff. Like, she handles everything with such empathy and care, and in general, she's so cool, guys. She's so cool. But just, she comes from a place of compassion. So it's like seeing her do all this and really succeed in what she's doing. It's crazy. But damn, such an admirable woman. Swoop, the woman you are. Like Patti LuPone, the woman you are. I love how fucking petty Patti LuPone is. I absolutely enjoy her ragging on Andrew Lloyd Webber whenever she can. Just love her. No, yeah, no. Excited to see the Wicked movie coming out soon. And then I found out, like, through like little snippets that have been coming up on my TikTok, YouTube thing. They were live singing, and I was like, oh, it's like a free concert in there, a free Wicked stage show if you got to be there. And I'm like, damn, it makes me so excited to see this, because I'm like, Ariana Grande has been wanting this role forever. To see her get to fulfill a dream, I love that for her. Cynthia Erivo, the woman you are. Oh my god, I am so excited to see what else you do. Jonathan Bailey, that man is crazy talented. So not only was he filming Wicked at the time, he was also filming Bridgerton. And for Wicked, he did a lot of his own like dancing and stunts. He is a theater kid. He's a musical theater kid. Always has been. This is him coming back to his roots with Wicked, and I love that for him. Love it. I'm so excited to see him as Fiero. Guys, if you're going to see the Wicked movie and you're dressing up, because I plan on dressing up, yes, I own a lot of black, and I think I can find some green, so I am dressing up as Elphaba, because to be honest, that feels more me. I may have the voice closer to Glinda, but I'm so much closer to an Elphaba. No, I do plan on seeing that with my sister. Probably not on the day of, because that would be crowded. Probably like very soon though. I don't know, man. My sister has been a long time like musical theater fan. I also really love musical theater, and she was the one that got me into it. But I'm like, Ariana Grande saying like being one of the characters in Wicked is like every theater kid's dream role. And I'm sure that's true for a lot of theater kids, but for me personally, I'm like, no. I think doing Wicked would be really fun, but out of like the main roles, personally, I don't want, I personally, I just, not exactly a dream role for me. I think a dream role for me would be in Six. I love Six. It's my favorite musical of all time. I don't know which queen I would do. I assume more or less Anne Boleyn because I am that height requirement. Not really height requirement, but like Anne Boleyn historically. Because yes, after watching Six, I did actually look into the actual historical significance of those six queens and their kids. And then people made Six the Kids musical, so it's all of the successors after those six queens and what they did. That's cool. But yeah, historically, Anne Boleyn is actually the shortest queen. Catherine. Oh my god, which it's Divorce beheaded died. It's this beheaded Catherine. I have to sing this to myself. My name's Catherine of Aragon. 24 years of Aragon royalty. Been Anna of Cleves, yeah. When he saw my portrait, he was like, yeah, but I didn't look as good as I did in my pic. Funny how we all discussed that, but never had reason. Prick up your ears on the Catherine who lost her head. For my promiscuity outside of wedlock. Oh, she doesn't say her full name. She does not say her full name in the beginning of Six. Oh my god. Catherine Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anna of Cleves. I can't remember this Catherine's name now, which is upsetting to me. I have to search this up now. Because it's actually gonna bother me. Beheaded Catherine name. Catherine Howard! Thank you! My god, that was brutal! Catherine Howard, thank you. Thank you very much. It's still going, man. I love how majority of this has just us been waiting for this one game to finish downloading. Love that for us. Like, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, this should be fun. Yeah, so Catherine Howard. Man, I love how I immediately forgot that name, but I'm like, Catherine Howard was 19 when she died being beheaded. Because of. Yeah, and apparently she had to be escorted up to the little platform stage thing because she was shaking so much. And I'm like, damn. Also found out Catherine Howard and Anne Boleyn are actually cousins. Oh, and I believe it was Jane Seymour's brother that Catherine Parr was like in love with but couldn't marry, so she got married to the king. He died, and then she married. Yeah, I think it was Jane Seymour's brother. Unfortunately, he died because he got accused of treason. She died due to natural causes, and then their child was left orphan, and then because they were toddler during that time, they died after a year and a half. Like I think they were a year and a half to like 2.5 is when Catherine Parr's child with the man that she was in love with died. Yeah. I love how I knew this. I love how I did research on this because I was obsessed with Six the Musical. Still love Six the Musical, and I am still obsessed with it. But like, that's a dream, like musical role for me personally. But Wicked, I think Wicked would be fun to do. I don't know which character I would want to play because I don't think I have the powerhouse voices for either Glinda or Elphaba, so that's out of the question. If they ever did a gender bent Fiero, maybe I can play dumb and narcissistic. That'd be fun. Um, but that's if they want to ever do that. And I don't know. I don't know if they'd be willing to go with a gay Glinda slash Elphaba. But I think Fiero would be a fun role to do. Nessa Rose. I think Nessa Rose should be saved for people with actual disabilities to play her. Even though, like, second act kind of, you know. But, like, I think that Nessa Rose, she's an interesting character. She does get the sort of character arc. Not that big, but, like, I think she would also be fun to play. Because I'm like, oh, you go sweet and naive and innocent almost to kind of blackened heart and you kind of get really awful. I think Bach would be a lot of fun to do, actually. Bach Ethan Slater's role. Surprisingly, if you've seen Wicked, and this is not even a spoiler, like Bach, aka Ethan Slater's role in the Wicked movie, is in love with Glinda. This is spoiler one. Is in love with Glinda, Ariana Grande's character. So it's really funny that these two found love in real life when they could not, at least in the stage play, movie, musical, they did not. But I think it's funny. The irony of it all. Wow, this is a long ass load. I do sincerely hope that this is worth it with how long this is actually taking. But also, I want to check something. So, I guess this is a good time to mention. Hey, let's do self promotions, y'all. If you haven't hit the follow button already, please do. We are currently at 45 followers over here on Twitch. Our goal is kind of to try to reach 50 followers by the end of this year. That'd be fun. Sense of accomplishment. Almost. Yeah, honestly. Like, I did actively search up how to become like a Twitch affiliate partner, and I'm like, oh, it's interesting. Like the requirements for that, not hard. But then you remember how hard streaming is. Like I've been doing this for about a year or so now. It was a year year in September. So it's been a year in like 2-3 months, almost. Enjoying it, having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this too. But yeah, no, you think it'd be really easy to become an affiliate on Twitch, but no, it's actually a lot harder than you think. YouTube's insane. Looking up the YouTube creator thing when you like post your videos, it's like, damn. I barely understand analytics, and I thought I would be more of an analytics bitch, but I'm not. Like, oh my god. Just when you thought your brain was gonna brain, and then you see all this, and it's like, guys, I don't understand a goddamn thing. You're just kind of sitting there like, oh my god. What am I doing with my life, right? We're in the 69s. Yay, funny number. Look how long this downloading update is gonna be. Sincerely hope this game is worth it. Again, this is entirely free. If you watch the VOD of this over on YouTube, because I do post the VODs. I post the VODs of everything on YouTube, just in case you miss a stream, or you just want to see some of the past stuff and whatnot. Like, this is entirely free. So, I hope we have fun. If not, then damn. I waited so long for nothing. You know, I may start reverting back to like keeping the lights on. Mind you, you won't be able to see these beautiful Christmas lights that I put up recently if I do. But it's something I've been thinking about, just for the sake of, I still haven't found where my ring light is, so I've just been using flashlight on my phone. I hope you can appreciate how scuffed this is, because, genuinely, we're just trying here. We all just try. And yes, this is supposed to be a mature game for mature audiences, so do with that information as you will. RPG strategy. Oh dear, I'm actually gonna fail so badly at this thing. Hey, there's a trick or treat challenge before I go on. So, stream in at least one shared chat collaboration for 15 minutes, which, oof, I mean, if any of you guys stream, right, I'm like, streaming, not necessarily hard, but it's like, how do I talk for hours and hours on end and find something entertaining to do? This game, I sincerely hope this is worth it. Oh yeah, if you're watching this over on YouTube, if you're watching the VODs, thank you for staying this long. I appreciate you. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. They're entirely free too. We're doing well. It's a lot harder to become a creator over on YouTube, so, you know. You do what you can. We are currently at 73%. Not too bad, but, you know, also not that great. I will say this, guys, I've been getting back to reading again, which is great. I mean, mind you, most of the time I just read fan fictions, and it's just because not gonna lie, like, I'm on a dating app. Technically, I've been on 2, but, like, the other one, it hasn't really given me anything, so I just kind of, like, I stopped logging in on the other one. I have the account, I'm just not using it anymore. And the other one, like, I've kind of gotten so bored, where I'm like, I started doing this because I genuinely was like, I genuinely wanted to connect with someone. Only managed to move, like, 2 people off this time around. But, like, damn, I haven't spoken to either of them in a long time. And, like, no fault of their own or mine, but, like, if you must know, my zodiac sign is, I'm a Sagittarius sun, right? I get bored pretty easily. It's not great to kind of be known as, like, flighty, almost, and, like, easily bored. Like, it's not wrong. At least for me, it's not wrong, because I need something. Like, if I'm not hooked on something immediately, it's hard for me to keep an interest, which right now, it's been hard to, getting back into reading physical books, so. I've been sticking with fan fiction, because fan fiction, cannot stop reading that. I have a problem. Guys, I've read through so many pages. I've read over 100,000 words in a day. Maybe more. I don't even have a consistent platform I read off of anymore. I just read anywhere and everywhere. Like, guys, I give more attention to my fan fictions than I have into my own dating profile. So I'm like, fictional character crushes will always trump over the actual people. Just because the fact that, it doesn't create the ideal person in my head. I'm like, that can change from time to time, but, generally nobody has, hooked me in a way that these fan fictions have been written. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear. I'm always looking for more things to read. I need to get back into reading books, just so my trips to Barnes and Noble are worth it. Dude, I went to the Strand, right, and I bought a blind book. Right, I think I did post about this over on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know if I posted about this over on YouTube, but it's fine. I still don't know how to do stories over here, but apparently I have access to stories here on Twitch, so do with that information as you will. But the stories, what I bought physically, are things that I'm interested in, and genuinely I do want to read these. I can't bring myself to physically read them. I think the farthest I've gotten in a physical book now is in fact Loveless, but the only reason I've gotten as far as I have is because the chapters are short. They're 5 to 10 pages, maybe 25 if we're pushing it. But the chapters aren't short, so it does feel like, oh, I'm breezing through this book. I'm almost done with it. But to be honest, I'm so angry and upset at a lot of the characters in that book, and I'm genuinely like, why? Why do I keep reading this? I picked this up because I thought it was cute. I love a good queer romance story, and I love people the whole coming of age type thing. I enjoy that as well. But my god, these characters are crazy. I'm actively upset trying to get through this book, because I'm like, oh my god, you people are fucking annoying. Why do you keep pushing your friend into doing stuff that she clearly doesn't want to do because you think it'll be good for her? That's fine. Push your friends out of their comfort zone when needed. But clearly, I'm like, oh my god. I'm well in deep in the whole LGBTQ plus community. I've been out for several years now, still learning new things every day. Not just about the community, but about myself too. But I'm like, how are you guys this stubborn and not really trying to genuinely talk to your friend about what it is they're feeling, and instead you're just pushing the general agenda onto them? Not even just the heteronormative agenda, because we do have a lot of queer characters in this book. But even they're pushing their ideas of what the main character should do, and I'm like, hey, why don't we just talk to this person and just be like, hey, you doing okay? Why do you keep pushing yourself into doing this? What's going on? Is there something you want to tell us? What are you exploring? How can we help? In a way that makes you comfortable. I don't want you to feel like you have to do something to make me happy. As your friend, I want you to do what makes you happy. And you are allowed to experience and explore things at your own pace. I'm not gonna like do anything against you. Like, hey, if you need, like, tell me what you need. You want me to push you and let's go out of your comfort zone? Let's just have fun as friends and like do shit. Okay, great. You need me to sit here and listen to your problems? Great, let me do that. I'm like, these. I have to remember that these characters are like 18, 17, 18 years. No, not even 18, 19 years old, right? I remember being stupid and reckless at that time. I still am stupid and reckless at like 23. I think I'll stop around. Mm, I'll probably stop as I get older, but we'll see what happens. Like, my god, I've never felt so annoyed in my life. I mean, I'm still gonna read it, I'm still gonna finish it. That's because I feel the need to now. So I'm like, there's gotta be like a decent ending for all of them here at the end of this. Again, I love a good coming to age story, or coming of age story. And obviously, you give me the queer coming of age stuff, like, I'm eating that shit up, like, just inhaling it like I would in the morning when I'm hungry. Damn, like, I'm like, okay, because of the fact that we are in the main character's head, so we, as the reader, know what she's going through and what's happening. So I'm not entirely upset at like the friends not knowing, because clearly our main character's not talking to anyone, and she doesn't want to explore what the possible like other possibilities. You're just like so focused on the not even like a heteronormative relationship. You're so focused on this thing that we've been pushed our entire lives to want. Have you ever stopped to think for a second? Do you want this with someone, or do you just like the idea of this? I don't know, man. I'm upset about the whole thing. But you know, I chose to do this to myself because I'm like, I think this is a cool thing. Also, the art style kind of reminds me of Heartstopper, so I think that's cute. Oh my god. No, and then the mystery book I bought from the Strand, right? It's supposed to be a slow burn story. I love a good slow burn romance. I love us a good slow burn not an enemy, slow burn friends to lovers art. That's my type of thing because I read that a lot, and I'm like, oh, I'd love to have that for myself, but then I'm like, that would require me to be attracted to my friends before we even became friends, and we just kind of like, eh. I love my friends, don't get me wrong, but to be honest, I see them more as like friends. Like, that's my brother, that's my sister type of thing. Like, no. Like, me, genuinely, I can't fathom be attracted to one of my friends like that. But I'm like, I love reading that, so I don't know. I think I create like Book Talk actually has called me out on that whole thing. Like, if you love a slow burn friends to lovers type, like intimacy type stuff, it's like, oh, okay, here's what's wrong with you. Or like, oh, this is the reason why you like it, because you want this, that, or the other thing in your life. I'm like, oh man, thanks for the call. I was not expecting the call out, but thanks anyway. That unlocked something where I'm like, oh. I think what the friends to lovers thing is like, you like the idea of someone knowing you for a really long time and seeing how you've grown and changed and still somehow liking you throughout everything. And the slow burn is you love build up. You love a good build up to the romance rather than the whole romance itself. Which I'm like, yeah, no, I see it. 'Cause you rarely see stuff where it's like actively working out. For a lot of relationships, like there's always something fuckery that's happening. But like, yeah, I love the build up to a romance because it's like all these little things happening, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's been you the whole time. Like, I love that. But alas, that'll not happen anytime soon. Who knows? Maybe I'll make internet friends, and that'll be a thing. Guys, I used to have a lot of friends in high school. I think it's mostly just because, you gotta, you go to high school, you see people, you talk to them, and that's how you make friends. I had a big friend group. But when we all went to college, it just kind of slowly but surely dissipated. Like, I still talk to everyone, I still kept in contact with a lot of people. But, like, who I actively consider a friend now, out of those people, like, out of the 10 people that I was in a big ass friend group with and like did everything with for 4 years, I kept in contact with majority of them. I actively consider only really 2 of them to be my best friends, and they're the people I like actively try to do stuff with now. The others I just kind of, eh. I do have, you know, friends from college. I made some friends in college, miracle, but like, don't actively see them, don't actively try to hang out with them just because I know we're busy. It's fine. I'm like, yeah, and then you try to meet people through Hinge and whatnot, like dating apps, just trying to feel something. I'm like, think I just feel lonely, but it's mostly because I isolate myself, and that's not fun. Like, I maybe I should put myself out there more and try to make more internet friends. What do you guys think? How did you guys become friends with the people you met online? That's a real question I have. How do you make internet friends? I see a lot of people make internet friends, and I'm like, I have not done that, and I want to. God, I've been wanting to since 2020, and I didn't do anything about it because, well, 2020 and onward, yeah, no. I mean, I was in college, and I was just the big sad, always, and anxious. So, now, 23, attempting to figure out an identity. Not identity, I'm just attempting to figure out my life, and I'm like, I genuinely just miss being able to have just stupid friendly people. So, yeah, just isolating over here, man. Also, we're only at 81%. How long has this been going on? Dude, I've been streaming for like almost 2 hours and this game still hasn't loaded. Then again, the first half hour was dedicated to playing Hexaquest, which is fun. I did enjoy Hexaquest. But like, damn. Even if we're at 45 followers, according to, the whole grow your community thing, we're at 47. So, hey, even if people have in fact left, it's fine. You know? Y'all can leave. We'll still be here waiting for this game. I feel like it's been an eternity since I put this game on. And like, I've read this. Guys, I'm just gonna end up putting my camera up. We're just gonna talk and wait for this thing to load. Oh, hey. Now that I'm actually leaning more back, you can actually see more of, like, the things in my background. Do you like the amount of things I've decided to put up there? You know what? I want to introduce you. This is a frog. This was actually a graduation gift from my sister that I think I posted over on Instagram. I named this one after my college, actually, because I thought it seemed fitting. I love him. He's my son. He'll forever be graduating. Really got into frogs in the past last year. Frogs and like axolotls for some reason, and like that's crazy. Also, this is technically my sister's, but she left it here. We got Panda May. I love Panda May. She's so cute. It's a lot more firmer than I would have gone, but hey, technically speaking, at the time when we bought this at Build-A-Bear, I was not the one getting this. Hey, she's mine now. I forgot I also had a Chica plushie right here. I bought one of the FNAF Chica plushies at like a random ass store. I think it was QL. I don't know. I thought it was cute. I do love how fucked up the eyebrows are on this one. Because it's literally just pieces of felt kind of sewn in like that, but like I can move it. Put it down. Her eyes are also looking in like two different directions, and I think that's really funny. But like overall, it's not a bad plushie. It's just also not great. Soft though. I do love the little tufts on the top. And also I can hang it. Forgot that's here. And then obviously I got my squishies. I got my squishmallows. Chica honey, he's facing the kids. He's facing the audience. We gotta talk. Man, I never thought I'd say this, but this game. Wow. The more I have to sit here and wait, the more I'm like, the less likely I want to play this game. But hey, I just want to see at least one round of combat in this. It's supposed to be like an RPG, strategy game. It's a mature rated video game that may not be suitable for some viewers. So, viewers, beware. Yeah, I'm gonna sink down even further into the abyss of my bed. I am so comfortable right now, guys. I can't even tell you. I genuinely am like, The last episodes of Agatha are long are coming out today. I love looking at myself like this. It's funny. They're coming out today. A little nervous about how they're gonna end everything, but I'm excited to see. What shows are you guys watching? I realize when left to my own devices, I really am a yapper. I was not a yapper when I was younger. It took me so long to actually be okay enough to start yapping to people. Genuinely because I just thought, I don't have anything interesting to say. People won't like me that much. It's fine. But now I'm like, I'm bored. I'm just gonna talk. Let me fill the void in. But now, like, oh, that was a mouse. That was a mouse. My mouse has fallen. Oh dear. Oh me, oh my. Oh yeah, 12 days ago, Kitten Sneeze made a loser baby Jackson Pomney version, and I do love that. I can't stop thinking about it now. I do love that they took out a lot of the cursing, but only kept it towards like the very important parts. Damn. Kitten Sneeze. Kitten Sneeze. I like your music, man. Oh, Illumination did the Thriller thing. I probably should watch that because I do like Sing. I like Sing a lot, and Thriller is a damn good song. And for Halloween, it's smart. It's smart. I don't know, man. I'm lazy as hell. Now, Port by the Sea animated pilot by George Whitman. I'm like seeing a lot of things here. Ah, Jaden Animation's got a cat. Nice. Ah, Daisy. Black Griffin. I can say words, just barely. That was a fun music video. Love that. I thought I saw something here and I was like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's this. This game is still not loaded. Okay, y'all. How long have I been streaming? Oh, I haven't dropped rates. Love that for me. It's been almost 2 hours. My God. Okay, we're doing slightly better on drop rates. I keep forgetting that the only way I can get like decent Wi-Fi in my room is if I'm connected to the extension. But if the actual Wi-Fi itself is not doing hot, then the extension is kind of all for you. So I'm like, I gotta go find the actual thing, and I'm like, oh, that explains it. Man, a lot of weird Wi-Fi names. Guys, what? When you do a hotspot, what is your thing called? You know? Cause like, I forgot that I named my phone, right? So that when I do my like hotspot type thing, it's like, oh, I gotta look for the name. I did Kai less than 3, which is also my name on Discord, because of course it is, because I made that in high school, because I only started being an internet kid around middle school, but I didn't like actively like do a lot of stuff on the internet until high school. And even then, like high school me, like I wanted to make content. I think I always wanted to like do something like this or like something on YouTube. I just never thought I could do it by myself. I still don't think I can do it by myself, y'all. But you know, here I'm doing decently. I turn off this light. How would I look? Oh, you barely see me. Dude, I kind of want to just start reading fan fiction again. And mind you, my fanfiction Friday streams did not do that well, but at least people were talking. Like, I love seeing your recommendations. I love seeing what, you guys are reading or what you want me to read. But also, I also need to check my Steam manager thing over here. What you gotta do to be a streamer. This game's taking fucking forever, and I'm like in the process of being like, do I just shut down this game and then we can just do something else? I do genuinely want to play this game, and I'm also like, damn, had I known it would be like this, I would have tried to do a little better. Hell, we can just get back into Minecraft and be done with it. Minecraft. I've been trying to, like, set some things up in a different Minecraft world that you guys haven't seen. Because, I have an idea. I've been playing around with this idea for a while. I think I've teased this out. I had so many different changes that genuinely I'm like, the original idea of what this was meant to be is so far removed from what I wanted it to originally be, but I'm not mad at it, so I have to like start going about things in a different way. I have to like essentially rework the thing that I made, and like the idea I had. I have to rework it now in a way to like, pivot, pivot. I've done a lot of pivoting, so I'm like, it's not ready yet. And here I was hoping to try to debut it tomorrow. I think I need up until next week, because I just need to kick myself in the pants to finally do more for it. But for now, it's like, guys, I'm also like, genuinely, I'm like, the amount of wait time for this is just crazy. I'm like, do we even want to see the game at this point? I mean, I do, but I'm also like, I don't think I like want to play this again after all this. Like, it's just bored. So I may just like, after today, I may just like delete this from my things. I'm like, this is. Hey, I have a question. Weird questions maybe, but I'm like, what YouTubers do you guys watch? Because like I put a lot of questions about that on my dating profile. Not because yes, I do spend copious amounts of time watching the YouTube videos, just because chronically online you get bored and like honestly, I need something. I need to do something that I actually like. What YouTubers do you guys watch? So I watch a lot of Sophia. Obviously, Try Guys because I like watching. Yeah, I like watching the Try Guys, especially now because I think it's a lot of fun. I do miss Eugene. You know, I know he wants to pursue other pursuits. Happy for him. Do kind of miss him there every now and then, but I like seeing the new perspectives. Loved New Guys Tries. That was fun. Obviously, all the Theorist channels. Ash as the GT Live host, I'm really into. Happy for Ash. I feel like I should mention I did attempt to try it. You know, I've mentioned this in like the whole. I've been attempting to try to find a job. At least a permanent job that actually lets me be paid. So far, hasn't gone well. I did actually try to see if Fierce Inc. was hiring. They are, in fact, not hiring. The last job opening they had was actually for Food Theory as a creative director, so I do not have gone well. But, you know, I was like, oh, it was a decent thing to try. I hate to say this, but I attempted to apply to Mr. Beast, just for the sake of, why not? It's a long shot. I don't really like Mr. Beast, but hey, I'm gonna try. And at the time, I didn't really have a lot of, like, public stuff, so I'm like, hell, he couldn't have seen my stuff anyway. Now I'm like, I further distance myself from my whole Mr. Beast thing, because I'm like, Rosanna Pansino, the woman you are, I love her. I love her, like, just all the stuff she has about Mr. Beast right now is so compelling to me. I have to watch a lot of it, but I'm like, I would hate to ever cross that woman. Genuinely, I didn't think she ever could get crossed, but like, seeing her with the Mr. Beast stuff, girl, I'm into it. Like, alright, we're almost done with the download. I gotta tell you that much. We're at 83%. At this point, probably not gonna Yeah, I changed the category to Hexaquest. It's fine. Cause I'm like, I'm getting tired of like waiting for this, and genuinely, I'm like, do you guys even want to see it at this point? I'm like, I'm more or less leaning into, I don't want to do this anymore. I was intrigued in this game when I saw it on Steam, but to be honest, the more we wait, the more I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm actually like gonna scream. Yeah, because it's like, let me see. Oh, I was also gonna try to do another demo, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work. Which was called Noramore Academy. I couldn't figure out how to make that work with my current stream setup. So that demo is probably just gonna be me playing it by myself. This one maybe. I'm like looking at the stuff I have. And I'm like, oh, I like what I have. But I'm also like, guys, I'd probably just play some of these games by myself and that'd be it. So I'm like, considering how just kind of considering the fact that I very much say I'm a laptop streamer. It's the best I can do right now. And man, I'd love to. Oh, I forgot to do this. Hey, if you have any sort of artistic needs, there is a person in our community, Molly Cruz. I think she's on the Discord chat with all of you guys. Anyway, she wasn't here on a live, I think, last Thursday. If you have any sort of artistic needs, she is available. As much as I would love to be able to work with her, I gotta be honest. As for right now, the funds are not aligning. I don't know why. I feel like my life has gone so downhill since I left college. I don't know. I'm much happier than I was in college, but man, Damn it, I'm getting sad again. I'm also getting a lot of mucus. I'm getting yappy. I'm like, dude, do I want to? Yeah. Oh, it's been 3 hours. Ooh, not 3 hours. Sorry, I can't read. 2 hours and 3 minutes. I feel like by the time this is this is done updating, I genuinely I want to leave this. I want to leave this so bad. Okay. God, that's it. I can't do this anymore. Thank you guys for coming to today's stream. I love and appreciate you all so much. Oh my god, genuinely, it's taking fucking forever on here, and I'm like, the longer I stay not doing something, I'm gonna start to get real sad real soon, and that never goes well for anybody. So, the best I can think to do is to stop stream for today. At least we got to know the story of this. That's it. I'm gonna stop this though. We got to know the story. I think we can kind of guess. No, we got the background, the lore, and whatnot. I think we can guess what the story would be from there on. Damn, this update was not worth it. It's not worth it. It was not worth it. So, no. Anyway, thank you guys for coming to today's stream. I do love and appreciate you all so much. Hopefully we can get to 50 soon because I'll let you guys decide what we do at 50. I don't have any special plans, but I'd like to be able to hit 50 before the end of this year. That'd be a nice sort of sense of accomplishment slash, if I'm being honest, it'd be a nice thing to celebrate a birthday with. My birthday's in December, so sort of a last hurrah situation. But yeah, I think that's it for me today. So thank you guys for coming so much. I want to appreciate you all. Please hit the follow button if you haven't already. Uh, you want to see other stuff I've done or like other things? Everything is linked in my bio / in the description. That's all, folks. Thanks for coming, alright? Alright, let me just. I'm tired. I'm actually really tired. So, bye, guys. Bye. Bye.